If fame is fleeting, so is form, which the Hyderabad Falcons can certainly attest as they come into their final game of the Inbl Pro U-25 regular season. After starting the season 3-1, the Falcons have since gone 1-4 and are now on the brink of missing the playoffs. While the Chennai Heat has endured form swings, it is now on a 2-game winning streak and seems assured of a place in the semi-finals. That is some achievement by the Heat, considered an underdog, but proving otherwise as it looks to eliminate the Falcons from playoff contention. That's still to come on another big doubleheader of Inbl Pro U-25. Hello everybody and welcome to THYAGRAJ Sports Complex in Delhi for the final night of the Inbl Pro U-25 regular season. I'm Grantley Bernard, joined by Delhi Dribblers assistant coach Craig Nicol. And Craig, coming into the last night, is that all we know is that the Gujarat Stallions are in the playoffs, and unfortunately for you, the Delhi Dribblers are not.
Yep, it's a shame the way it worked out. We'd been playing pretty well, but the nature of this competition so far, everything's been very close. So we've unfortunately missed out, but 4 teams left to play. 3 of these guys will get in, so let's see what happens.
So we take a look at tonight's schedule and we open up with the Chennai Heat against the Hyderabad Falcons. That will be tipping off very soon. And the second game of the nightcap is the Punjab Warriors against the Mumbai Titans. That one is coming up at 7 o'clock. So we can take a look at the standings. And right now, as we said, Gujarat is in, Delhi is out. Chennai and Punjab are likely to go through. And here's a couple of the scenarios for tonight. If Chennai wins, Chennai is in. If Punjab wins, Punjab is in. If Mumbai wins and Hyderabad loses, Mumbai is in. If Hyderabad wins and Mumbai loses, Hyderabad is in. Now, we get to the difficult part. If Mumbai loses and Hyderabad loses, Hyderabad is in via a 3-way tie between those teams and Delhi. There is still the chance of a 4-way tie with 4 teams at 5-5. Right now, on that tiebreaker, the teams to go into the semi-finals would be Mumbai, Chennai and Punjab, and Hyderabad would be out. So there's still plenty of possibilities and scenarios, and it will be a relief when the ball goes up. As we see the Hyderabad Falcons coming onto the floor for tonight's game, and they really have all to play for. As we see Rawat come in and Jack Purchase, the captain and top scorer, and the coach Mark Chivers. So here are the Hyderabad Falcons, and their lineup is Robinson, Kushal Singh, Rawat, Jack Purchase and Negi, the starters. Off the bench will be Fred Webb, Morris, Sumanth, Eustace, Sharma, Mathur and Dalton. And the top scorers, Jack Purchase at 19.6 has been a standout this season. Alex Robinson at a tick under 16 points a game. Kushal Singh at 13.7, then Harry Morris and Callum Dalton. So the key player identified tonight for the Hyderabad Falcons is Callum Dalton. He's averaging 9.4 points per game at 47.5% from the field, 5.7 rebounds and 2.1 assists. He's 7 of 11 on free throws in his 7 games. He needs to get established inside, get to the free throw line and run the floor and rebound. As we can check Hyderabad's recent form, they've lost 4 of 5 including the past two. They went down to the Mumbai Titans and the Punjab Warriors. So the Falcons need to turn it around tonight. As we see the Chennai Heat at the player introductions, Jaideep Rathore is recovered from his ankle injury suffered in the previous game, and he will start tonight for the Chennai Heat. The coach, Everard Bartlett. So here is the Heat roster for tonight, and they start with Reddy, Kiner, Rathore, Matthew and Gray. Of note is that Tad Duffelmeyer is named among the substitutes but will not play. He is resting a knee injury, and Duffelmeyer will not play. The bench is Chauhan, Majak, Stanwicks and Chowdhury. So, as we mentioned, Tad Duffelmeyer, he and his 19.6 points per game are out, as is Arvind Kumar, who's away with the national team, and that leaves a big job for Jaideep Rathore, Jack Stanwicks and Keith Kiner. Here is Jack Stanwicks. He needs to step up tonight for the Heat. He's averaging 9.3 points per game at 35.9%. He needs to find his shot, run the point guard spot and stay out of foul trouble. As we check the Chennai Heat's recent form in their past 5 games, they're coming off back-to-back wins over the Delhi Dribblers and the Mumbai Titans. And as we said, a third straight win tonight will lock down a playoff spot for the Chennai Heat. And with that, we can get ready for countdown.
The lines move between 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are we ready?
All right, so we are now ready for tip-off. And it's Chennai off the bat, but not making it count. That was Matthew. It'll be purchase for Hyderabad now. The Falcons in the black with the gold trim, and Chennai in the white with the red. As Rawat comes down with it and Purchase comes up firing. Another rebound for Rawat, and they say it'll be a jump ball, and the ball should stay with the Falcons.
Yep, Rawat's a very good rebounder. He's already got 2 in the first possession here. Chennai are going to have to make sure they do something about that, unless they want to give them extra possessions every time.
So Purchase to inbound to Robinson, and it's picked off by Kiner. Kiner attacking Robinson and gets a nice finish, Keith Kiner. This is Robinson. Purchase backing down Kiner. And Kiner, another good defensive play. And a pick-off. That's loose by Purchase. But a let off for Purchase as well. Here's Nagy to Purchase, guarded by Gray. And they call the foul on Jaideep Rathore. A little untidy by Purchase to start.
Yeah, it's been a little bit scrappy. The referees are letting quite a lot of contact go. There's maybe been fouls at both ends so far that they've not been called yet. So we'll see what comes in the next few possessions in terms of contact allowed.
So this is Robinson now. Nagy finally scoops it up. Here's Kushal Singh getting to the rim, and that's a nice finish by Kushal Singh. The Falcons are on the board, and it's 2-2. And Rathore was looking for Reddy, and they turn it over.
Yeah, again, defensively, both teams are being quite physical. They'll need to, offensively, need to slow down, take care of the ball, get some nice looks.
Robinson working against Gray. Purchase. Robinson. Rawat. And Rathore with the steal for Chennai. And that'll be a foul on Kushal Singh.
And twice the Falcons have gone to purchase in the post. This must be something they've identified they want to try and take advantage of. I'm surprised he didn't get a shot off on that one. His little trademark step back there could have been an option.
Chennai actually does have the size to guard purchase with Kiner and Matthew, so he won't have everything his own way. As Jaideep Rathore connects from downtown for Chennai. Kushal back the other way is denied by Rathore. Gray now firing in transition. Here's Kiner down low. And Kiner gets the finish. And it's Chennai on top, 7-2. Robinson gets to the rim too easily.
Yeah, easy one there. Miscommunication on the ball screen coverage. Just let Robinson get downhill on his left hand. Very straightforward.
So it's Chennai on top 7-4 and still early going in the first quarter. And Kushal Singh called for the foul.
I think that's him on 2 now. Definitely playing too much defense with his hands there. Especially picking up an early one. He probably should have been a step off. Just keep the guy in front of him, but he's going to have to sit down for a bit.
And he does indeed go to the bench. Kushal Singh with 2 fouls, replaced by Sumant. Here's Reddy firing. And Rawat tried to keep it alive, but it goes out of bounds. This is Kiner for Chennai. Working against Robinson. And Rathore is out of bounds.
Yep, something that we've seen a lot. I was talking to the Gujarat coaches last night and they were saying that the out of bounds line is the best defender at the tournament, causing the most amount of turnovers.
It is leading the way, that's for sure. And here's Robinson for the Falcons. To Negi. Got the flyby and then to Sumant. And that's short. And Chennai is running. Gray. Matt Gray is picked off, but Sumant can't keep it inbounds and the ball will stay with the Chennai Heat.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting matchup. I'm a big fan of Matt Gray. See how he can go up against Purchase. Size-wise matched up, and Matt can score from perimeter and at the basket.
So here come the Falcons now. And this is Robinson. Works off the ball screen. And got to the rim, but I think Gray got a little piece of the ball. So a nice defensive play by Matt Gray. And Robinson goes tit for tat, and Purchase comes back. Here's Sumant. Now Purchase. Negi. Sumant takes aim again, and this time hits to tie the game at 7. Ready. Kiner. Kiner firing. And Robinson comes back the other way. Negi. Kiner with the rebound. Matt Gray for Chennai. And Rawat makes the save on the baseline, but turns it into an assist.
Yeah, quite fortunate for Chennai there, actually. They had a couple of broken possessions, not really create enough breakdown. Sometimes you just need a bit of luck.
And Robinson with a great pass to Sumant inside for a nice finish, and we're tied again. inside the last 5 minutes of the first period. Rathor to Gray. Gray fires from deep. Can't get it to go, and Purchase comes down with the rebound. And Purchase goes over the top of Kiner for the finish. So Jack Purchase, with about 4:35 left in the quarter, puts the Falcons on top 11-9, and that prompts Chennai Heat coach Everard Bartlett to call a timeout. We can head down into the Chennai Heat huddle after this replay and listen to what Everard Bartlett has got to say.
Cutting through and then put him on the wing, make the pass, 2 corners.
Right now it's just falling a bit short. All right, just falling a little bit short, get a bit more arc, extend that elbow, they'll drop. With this group here, all right, let's go, Jack, let's go back into a double. Jack's gonna run the point. I need you over here in that corner. We're gonna go lock and mat, okay? So if they ice you, tack it, pop, dive, we're into that two-man game. Okay, actually I want Sinjin. I want you over here. You go on the same side. So Sinjin, you can turn that corner.
All right, so there's the Chennai Heat with Everard Bartlett. We can head down to the sidelines. Ryan James has been listening into the Hyderabad Falcons timeout.
Of course, we have Jack Purchase and Alex Robinson playing outside. Purchase has played outside on the perimeter for most of the game. It's going to be interesting to see how Gray marks him over there. That's it.
All right, here's Stanwicks for Chennai. And Robinson got away with the foul, and Stanwicks did not.
Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate there. A little bit of double jeopardy. I think the officials are potentially going to look at this for unsportsmanlike as well, but...
So you see there clearly on the replay that Robinson made clear contact with Stanwicks' arm and dislodged the ball, and then Stanwicks responded, and the old thing about the retaliator always gets caught, right?
Yeah, it's a frustrating one, but just got to get down and play the next possession.
But perhaps the hoop gods looking down on Jack Stanwicks as Robinson misses the first.
I'm sure they say ball don't lie.
And Robinson gets one of 2. And the Falcons edge to a 3-point lead. Here is Robinson against Stanwicks. Morris into the game. They go down low again to Purchase. And Purchase is way off the mark with that one.
Yeah, that's one we've seen fall quite a lot. He's got himself into a really good position. I'm sure one he'll want to keep getting to, and just an uncharacteristic miss from there.
Here's Stanwicks for Chennai. Probing to Matthew. And there is the defensive player of the year again, the sideline. Sejin Matthew, the latest victim. Here's Purchase. Pulls up and can't get it to go, and Rawat comes down with the offensive board. Sumanth driving, and that's a nice finish by Sumanth.
It's a nice take after the breakdown. Chennai are collapsing quite a lot, so maybe Falcons need to collapse the defense first, move the ball, and then try and get wide open lanes like that.
Here's Matthew from the corner, and Robinson comes up with it. Sumanth, Purchase, Rawat, and Rawat, another O-board. And that will go back to Chennai. I'll say one thing about Rawat, he is a workhorse.
Absolutely, very physical player, both in terms of rebounding, but also showing his post moves there and physicality getting to the rim. probably one he'd be expected to finish there.
So the Falcons make a sub and Cal Dalton checks in for Jack Purchase. So Dalton will look to assert some kind of presence on the inside. Here's Gray now. Majak firing, not connecting. But Matthew kept it alive for Chennai. This is Chauhan to Majak, shot clock at 2, and he coughs it up, and Harry Morris can come the other way. Robinson there to bail him out, and Morris eventually with the finish.
Yeah, Chennai won't want to let offense get static here. If they don't get good looks on offense or good actions, Hyderabad are going to punish them in transition going the other way.
Here's Majak. Robinson turns it over. And Stanwicks is fouled by Suman. So Alex Robinson probably just trying to do a little too much.
Yeah, not a lot of space for him to try and get through there. Play with your head up, maybe advance it through the air. There's definitely had numbers ahead.
So Chennai makes a couple of changes. Kiner checks back in, as does Rathor, as Gray and Matthew go to the bench. And Stanwicks makes the first. A tick over 2 minutes left in the first, and the Falcons lead by 6. Robinson now for the Falcons. Morris driving, can't finish. Rathor comes up with it for Chennai. Kiner, Majak, Chauhan, couldn't get it to go. Robinson to Morris, and Harry Morris will go to the line for a pair of free throws.
Yeah, a couple of good looks for Harry there. I quite liked his drive on the last possession. I think someone just got their hand and popped it out, but go right back to him, draw the foul, get to the free throw line.
And he misses the first. It's not been the most brilliant display of three-point shooting by both teams to this point. They are a combined 2 of 13 from beyond the arc. So things can surely only get better as Fred Webb checks in for Alex Robinson for the Hyderabad Falcons.
I'm sure it will get better. There's plenty of guys here that can shoot the three. I know everyone's tired. It's been a long tournament to get to this point, but these guys can still play basketball. Shots will fall.
Here's Rathor. Chauhan, back to Rathor, firing. And there's another three, goes begging. Webb goes down to a Watt, and they say it will stay with the Falcons. As Nagy checks in for Sumanth. Sumanth goes to the bench. He's been good. He's only averaging 3.5 points per game, and he's got 7 in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's benefited from the defense collapsing a lot and found himself open on the perimeter for shots and drive lanes.
Morris goes down low to Dalton. Dalton is blocked by Kiner. Nice play by Keith Kiner. Kiner attacks the other way now. Majak, Chauhan, Rathor, guarded by Nagy. Can't get it to go. Here's Morris coming the other way. Now Nagy. And out of shot, Keith Kiner is down and injured for Chennai. Morris fires from deep, and Harry Morris hits the three for Chennai. And Keith Kiner is down and injured.
Yeah, hopefully not too serious. I know Chennai are already missing Duffelmeyer. This will be another key piece to be missing if he's not able to continue.
So 24 seconds left in the first, and the Falcons are on top 20-10, and Kiner appears to be in some discomfort. I'd suggest an ankle, but hopefully we can get more clarification on that very soon. So Kiner, 6 points and a couple of rebounds tonight, and some defensive work as well. Had been doing a good job for Chennai. Stanwich to Rathor to Gray. And Matt Gray hits the three.
Yep, these guys are going to have to step up now. Kiner's down right in front of us and it's not looking particularly great. So
Nagy at the buzzer for the Falcons. Can't get it to go. And at the end of the first quarter, it's the Hyderabad Falcons on top, 20-13. For the Falcons, as we said a moment ago, Sumanth is the top scorer with 7, and Harry Morris has 6 as we confirm the quarter time score. For Chennai, Keith Kiner is their top scorer with 6. He's shooting 3 of 5 and he's got a couple of rebounds. And Craig, your thoughts on the first quarter?
yeah, I think Falcons are winning in transition so far. Chennai haven't really gotten to flow offensively. A lot of late shot clock possessions or tough shots that are resulting in Falcons being able to get out and run. And that's when Alex Robinson in particular is very dangerous. He can bring everyone else into play, and they've managed to put up 20 points.
All right, so as we get ready for second quarter action, we can head down to the sidelines. Ryan James has been listening in on Chennai Heat coach Everard Bartlett.
Wow, the Chennai fans beat any sport. They come and do this. This is amazing. This is the basketball spirit. Well, for Chennai, the ultimate problem is that the three-pointers are not falling. But the good factor is that 4 out of 5 of their starters have gotten on the scoring lines. Unfortunately, Keith Kiner seems to be in a bit of a tussle as the physio is trying to get him okay to come back for the game. And it's a big game for all the Indians because they need to do well before the India international players come in. Suman Satya is having his best game. That's all from the sidelines.
All right, thank you, Ryan. As we just revisit the three-point shooting stats for the quarter, Chennai 2 of 11 from beyond the arc, and the Falcons 2 of 7. So some work to do there. And we're just looking at Keith Kiner down on the floor. They're icing what could be an Achilles tendon injury.
It does look like he's healed there, especially the way he was trying to run back down the court. He wasn't looking particularly strong on his foot. So it's either an ankle or a heel. I think that touch there confirms it's maybe a heel.
So I think it's fair to say we've seen the last of Keith Kiner tonight, and that's a blow for Chennai as Rathor lets it fly on the first possession of the second quarter. Robinson back in for the Falcons, and Rawat couldn't handle the dump off. Stanwicks, Rathor, Gray now. Stanwicks driving and forces one up, and the Falcons can run the other way. Now Morris. Kushal. Robinson drives the middle and kicks to Kushal in the corner, and Kushal Singh connects on the three.
Yeah, nice look there. Alex creating the breakdown, wide open catch and shoot.
So the Falcons on top by 10. Now it's Majak firing for the Heat, and Malak Majak, it's his first 3 of the game. Robinson driving against Stanwicks. Rawat gets to the rim and finishes against Sejan Matthew. Here's Majak against Morris, and that is not a good foul by Rawat.
No, don't want to put your hand in there. That's an easy one. That potentially could end up and one as well. You know, want to get your body in front in situations like that. Don't let it easy for the offensive player to get points here.
So Majak misses the first. And he makes the second. Robinson now for the Falcons. Driving against Stanwicks to Rawat. And Rawat gets two defenders in the air and finishes.
I think a few players looking at his footwork there, and we're maybe expecting the referees to make a travel call, but you still got to play to the whistle.
And Stanwicks with a nice move. Couldn't get the ball to drop. Robinson now steps back. Can't get it to go. Here's Gray for Chennai. Rathor to Matthew inside, and a great defensive play by Rawat.
It's a nice recovery. He actually got beat on the back door, but he's recovered well with the block.
Robinson rises and fires for the Falcons. And Hyderabad is up by a dozen. Here's Gray, firing for Chennai and connecting. Robinson now. Singh. Rawat is called for the offensive foul.
Yep, the correct call there. Used his elbow to wrap around there and got himself into a good position from it. Good call from the ref.
And with that call, Rawat goes to the bench and is replaced by Sumar. Here's Rathor now for Chennai. Beats Singh, kicks to the corner, and Matthew with the open three buries it.
Nice job rejecting the screen there. Saw the lane to get downhill, pulled the defense out. Anytime you can get open shots is going to end in good results.
Purchase fires, and Jack Purchase hits. So after a very lean first quarter from outside the three-point arc, both teams now warming to better. Gray against Purchase, and somehow gets the ball up and in.
Yeah, I think Matt's looking for a foul there, but that was pretty good defense from Jack. Both players being physical, standing up. Nice finish.
Robinson against Gray. Harry Morris gets Majak in the air and draws the foul from Gray at the rim.
Chennai need to be careful here. I think with Tad out and potentially Kiner looking similar, they're going to be running short of bodies. They don't want to pick up cheap fouls.
And it's just interesting to note, off the ball, Jack Purchase just looking a little uncomfortable. He has had illness, and he may well still be feeling that, or he may have just taken a whack. But we'll keep an eye on Jack Purchase. As Morris connects on the second and goes to the bench as Cal Dalton comes back in. So there's a whistle on the play, and it'll be Chennai to inbound from Matthew. And it goes out of bounds and stays with Chennai. Here's Gray. Majak fires and gets nothing but oxygen.
Yeah, that's settling from the perimeter there. Let's create some breakdown. Let's try and get into action. You don't want to let Hyderabad off the hook easy.
So here's Robinson now, working against Majak. Purchase fires. And Jack Purchase all of a sudden has a couple of threes.
Yeah, that's the shot we've been accustomed to seeing.
He's behind him. He's behind him. And there's Rathor with the three. Camera 4 is the guy at my end, right? There's Robinson. Gets to the rim for the Falcons. Matt Gray can't hit. Here's Dalton to Singh. Purchase. Purchase with the drive. Can't finish with the second effort. And now Rathor, Stanwicks. Majak hits the jumper. And Chennai, after being down by 12, meaningless shot. We've got a timeout on the floor, and it's the Hyderabad Falcons 38 on top of the Chennai Heat 29. And we can head down to the sidelines and listen in on Mark Chivers, the Hyderabad Falcons coach.
Yeah. Do you want to ask him when he's getting them right?
Well, just let him go, make him go right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Just make him go right. Send him right all the time. Same as he did with Stanley. Somebody told me since Stanley tried he couldn't do much at all, right? Offensively now, let's get a you up and you down. You bust yourself into the post.
Yep.
You get yourself up there and play around that. All right. See how we go with that action there.
Just keep the ball spread and keep moving. All right? Keep the ball spread. No, I don't know. Let's do this. Hey, no, keep it there. Push him through. Try and get Cal on the post. If they half front, hit me. I'll just get him over the top.
Right hand.
Shake hand. Oh, okay. Hey, hurry up.
All right, so there's the Hyderabad Falcons timeout huddle with Mark Chivers. We can head down to the sidelines with Ryan James.
Shooting just 18%, but the shooting is improved. Matt Gray's done a good job. Majak has done a good job. It's going to be interesting to see how the next quarter comes through as Chennai gives the fight back. That's all from the sidelines.
All right, thanks, Ryan. It's the Falcons up by 9. They were up by as much as 10. Chennai got it back to 7. So
yeah, there's still a lot of basketball to be played here. Every game so far has been lots of momentum swings, so I'm sure we'll see a couple more even before the half here.
4.5 minutes until the half. And Robinson goes down low to Dalton, who finds Kushal with the back cut, and the defender ball watching.
Yep, that's a good read. That's something Purchase pointed out to Dalton in the timeout there just at the end. So they wanted to try and get that post touch, and a good read from Dalton.
Here's Majak. Gray, guarded by Dalton. Gray, can't finish. Robinson, pushing back. Kushal, or rather Sumanth at the rim, gets the finish. And the Falcons are back out by 13. Here's Majak. Rathor fires from deep. And Jaideep Rathor with a massive three for the Chennai Heat. Purchase now to Dalton. Robinson up top. There he is. And Robinson can't connect on the three.
Yeah, Chennai need to be careful where they're double teaming from here.
And under good defensive pressure from Kushal Singh, Rathor commits an over and back violation. So 3:20 left in the quarter, and it's the Falcons on top 42-32. Here's Dalton down low against Majak. And Majak is equal to the task.
Yeah, that's been better. I'm not sure Chennai have to double the post. That was a better example of just standing them up, playing 1v1, let the Jack play.
Here's Purchase. Dalton. Purchase on the curl. And that's a nice play for the Falcons. Majak. Firing. Robinson now for the Falcons. Gets to the rim and finishes. Alex Robinson.
Yeah, nice and direct from Alex there. Timeout coming.
And so Robinson puts the Falcons on top by 14 points with 2:44 left in the first half. The Falcons playing for a spot in the semi-finals. Chennai aiming to avoid a heavy defeat and jeopardise their spot in the semi-finals. Heat coach Everard Bartlett has called a timeout. Let's head down and listen in on the Chennai Heat timeout.
Right now, we need you, okay? We need you here, all right? Stay with us. I will talk to them, you tell me who's doing it, and I'll make sure we get a good play, okay? Right now, that pressuring up, we have to beat the pressure with passing, okay? Passing. They're trying to play up here, man to man, pass it. Over here, we're dribbling, back cut, just back cut, all right? Lift. All right, we need to beat the pressure with passing so we can get some easy ones. Defensively, we're falling asleep. Communicate on that backside. We need the locals communication point. Help them out, okay? Help them out. Defensively, we've got to stay locked in and we can get our stops. Let's go. Let's go, lock. You are in the corner and we're going to go mouse. Mouse for lock in the corner. Here we go. Heat on 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go, fellas.
All right, so there's the Chennai Heat with Everard Bartlett. 2:44 left in the quarter, and his team down by 14. As we mentioned pre-game, the scenarios involved, and essentially Chennai needs to avoid a heavy defeat. But you reckon their magic number is about 12?
Yeah, there's quite a few permutations that could happen here. Essentially, it's easiest for everyone if they just win. But depending on what happens in the game later, I think 12-13 is what swings the difference between these two teams in the standings.
There's Stanwicks getting to the rim and kicking out, and now Gray. Kushal, and that goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Falcons.
They're saying, I think Kiner's returned to the bench. He still looks like he's getting some treatment, but he does have his shoes back on, so maybe it is just an ankle roll when we potentially see him in the second half.
Could be a big call. And Jaideep Rathore with the defensive play is whistled for a violation for use of foot. Purchase to inbound for the Falcons. And he lobs it to Dalton. And Dalton with the finish and the foul. A nice simple play by the Falcons.
Yep, really nice read. Got the distraction with Freddie cutting towards the corner and then inside seal. Nice pass and an easy and one finish. Done well there.
So the Falcons now up by 16. And now 17 as Dalton completes the three-point play. Stanwicks for Chennai. Stanwicks, step back is no good. Webb takes over for the Falcons. They go low to Dalton again. And he's called for a travel.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. I was just waiting to see the 1v1 post match up there, but stopped short.
Here's Stanwicks now for Chennai. To Gray. Majak firing. Webb rebounding. Purchase. And airmails one.
Yeah. Back to that not great three-point shooting from either team here just now, but I think Chennai should maybe get back into some of their ball screen offense, try and create some breakdown, don't just settle for the three-point line.
Matthew comes up empty on the three-point attempt. And this is Webb driving. Oh, unable to finish. Fred Webb, that was lightning. Here's Gray at the other end. Removes Purchase from the defensive element and makes the finish.
Yeah, I think that was a good no call from the referees there. Matt's done well to get to the rim and finish.
The Falcons still on top by 15 as Dalton goes to work and gets the finish over Majap. So Hyderabad needed Dalton to be a factor, and he is. Stanwicks throws it away.
Here's Kiner.
Wow. Keith Kiner, who looked to be in all sorts of bother, has had that ankle taped, and he's going to give it a go. So full credit to Keith Kiner for wanting to be on the floor for his team as they trail by 17. Inside the last 30 seconds of the half. This is Webb. They're looking for Dalton and they find him, and Dalton is called for a fairly obvious push in the back.
Yeah, Chennai switched the matchup there, put Matt onto Dalton. Especially with Malok going off the court, they probably don't want to put Kiner in that position.
So here's Stanwicks. And then we're heading towards the last 10 seconds of the first half. Stanwicks probing and throws another one way out of bounds. The Falcons will get it in and throw up a prayer. Here's Dalton. And Dalton thought he'd done enough to draw a foul on Gray, and it was a good look in the end, but it didn't drop. Nonetheless, the Hyderabad Falcons are on top at half-time. They lead the Chennai Heat 51-34. A big second quarter by the Falcons as we confirm the half-time score, 51-34. And we can head down onto the floor. Ryan James is standing by with Alex Robinson.
Alex, a big quarter from yourself, but speaking about your teammates, Rawat has had a spectacular start. He's done it on both the ends of the floor, getting steals, getting stops, putting it on the basket. What are your thoughts on his game?
Our game plan going in was just to focus on defense, let offense just kind of play itself in. So he's having a terrific game. Honestly, our whole team is locked in on defense. We just got to keep it up in the second half.
Another player I noticed is Suman Satya, who's had a wonderful game today. I've noticed the two of you practicing a lot before games. So do you think a big performance from him was due?
Yeah, for sure. He's been overdue for the performance. He's been pretty locked in this whole month. So, I mean, it was just a matter of time, and he's locked in on defense. When he's like that, he's a great player.
One last question. How's the hand looking?
I mean, it is what it is, man. We're at war out here. You know, hopefully we just come out and we win the battle.
Thank you so much, Alex. All the best for the second half. And looking forward to seeing you with that good hand. That's all from the sidelines. We will go into a quick break. This is the Inbl Pro U-25.
So, welcome back to THYAGRAJ Sports Complex here in Delhi. And we can see first half highlights with the Hyderabad Falcons leading the Chennai Heat 51-34. The Falcons, Craig, put on a 31-21 second quarter and have taken control somewhat of this contest.
Yeah, they've been quite punishing at both ends, especially with Duffelmeyer and then Kiner missing the majority of the quarter there. They really turned the screw defensively, got out in transition, scored very well, and created good shots on offense.
So as we see another one, and both teams threw the ball up pretty freely from outside the three-point line. The Falcons are shooting 5 of 14 from outside the three, that's 35.7%. And Chennai is 6 of 22, which is 27.3%. So as we confirm the halftime score at 51-34, and I guess from that, giving up 51 and a half is way too much.
Yeah, it's a lot. They're going to have to talk about what they do defensively. It'll be interesting to see if they make any adjustments on post defense in terms of what they do against Purchase and Dalton. They're going to need to get some stops and get some transition looks themselves, because they don't want to lose by 17 plus. It puts them in a dangerous
So we can
situation.
check the Hyderabad top scorers, and Jack Purchase has 10. Alex Robinson has 9, but he is on the way to a possible triple-double. He's got 9 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists to the half. Samantha's had a big input with 9 points. Then Kushal Singh with 7 and Harry Morris with 7 for the Falcons. So we can have a look at Jack Purchase. He has been a little astray with his shooting. He is 4 of 11 Purchase in the first half, but if he finds his touch, he'll get going. And we check the Chennai Heat scorers. Matt Gray has 9, as does Rathor. Keith Kiner 6 and Majak 6. And the fact that Kiner is back on the floor is a positive for Chennai after he took that injury.
Yeah, for sure. He was still looking a little bit fragile that last 30 seconds or so there. So I'm sure they'll give him a good assessment at halftime and see where he's at.
So this is Matt Gray for Chennai. He can go inside, outside. Gray has got 9 points. He's got 1 rebound. He's shooting 4 of 10 from the field. So we can see the Hyderabad Falcons back on the floor getting ready for the second half, and we are about to check in on another MVP candidate, and that candidate we look at today is Lachlan Barker of the Delhi Dribblers. And I'm not going to talk about Lachlan Barker other than that he's averaging 22.4 points per game. Craig, you tell us about your player, Lachlan Barker.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal for us, and was a big miss when he had to sit out the last couple of games injured. He was a great leader off the floor, but then some of the plays he's made have been really inspiring. He's a great player to watch.
So there's Lachlan Barker, an MVP candidate. So Lachlan Barker has been a standout import player in the league this season, but the league is all about improving the local talent, and we caught up with some of the local players to get their thoughts on what it's been like to play in Inbl Pro U-25.
जैसे मैं यहाँ पे Inbl प्रो खेलने आया, यहाँ का एक्सपीरियंस मेरे लिए अभी तक का अच्छा रहा है एकदम, क्योंकि इन्होंने क्या है बाहर से भी प्लेयर्स वगैरह बुलाए हैं और वो सारे अच्छे लेवल के प्लेयर्स हैं, जैसे बड़ी बड़ी लीग्स खेले हुए हैं, और उनके साथ खेल के बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस मिला है हमें। एंड अभी जैसे हमारे मैचेस वगैरह चल रहे हैं, उनकी स्किल्स देख के और सब सारी टेक्निक्स वगैरह देख के हमें भी ऐसा सीखने को मिल रहा है कि हम भी आगे ऐसा देखेंगे खुद को और मैं ज़रूर उनकी तरह ही बनना चाहूँगा। एक इंस्पिरेशन टाइप हो गए हैं अब वो, तो मतलब बहुत अच्छा रहा है हमारा एक्सपीरियंस।
Been a great experience playing with, along with all the import players coming from all the countries, and I've learned a lot playing with them, with Coach Thomas, with Coach Janine. Toughness was the thing I was lacking on. I think I'm going to cover up with this experience, and it has been a great league for all the Indian players. Basically for me myself, it has been a very great time having like all the imports here and playing alongside with them.
So that was Lakendra Singh of the Mumbai Titans finishing off that package. We'll see Lakendra and the Titans up next in the second of the double-header. It's half-time here between the Falcons and the Heat, and it's the Falcons up by 17. Craig, do you see the Falcons going on to win this, or do you think we get to see a comeback by Chennai?
I mean, there's been plenty of comebacks this tournament so far. I'm sure Chennai will come out fighting. They're not going to go down without a fight here. So there's been plenty of comebacks, but we've been part of several of them. So Hyderabad will want to win by as many as possible to give themselves the differential. So the third quarter will be key in deciding that.
All right, we will find out what is going to happen in the third quarter on the other side of this break. You are watching Inbl Pro U-25.
I'm joined by Mark Burkholder from the Delhi Dribblers. Mark, a quick question to you. Of course, you've had a wonderful campaign. Tell us your most memorable moment of the Delhi Dribblers.
Just getting a chance to play with everyone, the local guys, the imports, just being around them every day, learning a little bit about one another. It was an awesome experience.
Tell me quickly, what is the funniest thing that happened in your dressing room that you'll always remember?
The funniest thing, I'd say Coach. Yeah, he be throwing jokes around all the time. When we'd be serious, he'll throw a joke in there once in a while to get everyone, let them know that he's serious, but at the same time, he enjoys all of us.
All right, so one last thing. Just look at the screen and tell kind words to the Indian fans.
Man, I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate all the love for Delhi. I hope y'all enjoyed the show.
All right, thank you so much, Mark, for joining us, and looking forward to seeing you back in India.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It's Mark Burkholder from the Delhi Dribblers. That's all from the sidelines. Back to Grant.
All right, so welcome back to THYAGRAJ Sports Complex in Delhi, and at halftime of the first game of tonight's doubleheader, it is the Hyderabad Falcons 51 on top of Chennai 34. A reminder, tonight is the last night of the regular season, and we still have 3 of 4 semi-final spots to be decided. All we know is that the Gujarat Stallions are in, the Delhi Dribblers are out, and the rest is up for grabs, including spots for Chennai and Hyderabad as they get ready to go in the second half. It'll be purchased to inbound for the Falcons. Now Robinson. And we'll take 2 as the game clock needs to be reset.
So it's good to see Kiner out to start the quarter here. Just keep an eye on how his ankle's going.
We've got the thumbs up and we're good to go, and this is Robinson. As you say, whether Kiner's good to go, we're going to find out right now as he guards Dalton. And Dalton with the finish over Keith Kiner.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough matchup for them. If that's going to be the matchup they'll go to, expect to see Chennai throw some double teams at that.
This is Rathore. Gray. Kiner working against Kushal. Now Stanwicks from the corner. And Jack Stanwicks gets one to go for Chennai. Robinson straight back at Stanwicks. A nice finish from Alex Robinson.
Alex is very dangerous in transition. You get 2 points back immediately there after a good offense from Chennai.
Here's Gray. Kiner from the corner. And Keith Kiner, forget about the bum ankle. He knocks down the 3 as Kushal Singh drives the baseline and throws one down for the Falcons.
Yeah, they have to be aware defensively in transition. That's 2 good offensive they've had, but to give up 4 going the other way, is coach will be frustrated with that.
So they call the foul on Nagy. And Keith Kiner is noticeably limping. Dalton scored over at the top of him in the first possession. Kushal went past him on the drive in that possession. So the Falcons may be more like the Sharks, smelling the blood in the water when it comes to Keith Kiner. Here's Stanwicks. And Stanwicks gets the better of Nagy on the drive. Here's Purchase. Can't get the quick 3 to go, and Kiner gets the rebound. And Robinson is called for the foul on Rathore.
I think Chennai are getting much higher quality shots than what they were getting at the end of the second quarter there. They finally got a stop in transition there as well, so maybe a chance to build some momentum here.
So Rathore at the line, and he gets the first. And Jaideep Rathore has 10 points tonight, 3 rebounds and 6 assists. He went down the other night with an ankle injury, and there were worries he might not have been able to play, but here he is going 2 for 2 from the line.
Guys having to play through injury at this point. Everyone wants to be in the semi-finals.
And Stanwicks gets up to swat Callum Dalton's shot a few rows back. And there is the lob play that the Falcons have as their favourite off the baseline. Kushal Singh with the finish. Here's Kiner. Rathore. And Nagy is called for the foul. Second foul on Nagy.
He's got a lot of hands across the body there. Pretty easy one for the referees to call.
Kiner inbounds to Rathor. Chennai trying to trim the 15-point gap as Matthew hits from the corner. That makes it a 12-point game. This is Robinson. They go to Dalton against Kiner. Dalton backs him in. Gets two in the air and draws the foul, but can't get the finish.
And that's a position that coach won't want Kiner to have to be in, to stand up a strong guy like Dalton there. Either going to draw fouls or get to the rim.
And Dalton can't get the first to go. But he does get the second. And the Falcons are on top by 13. Early going in the third. This is great. Rathor guarded by Nagy. Rathor is fouled. And do they call that on Robinson or Nagy? Nagy, his third.
That was a great first step there from Rathor. Really quick getting downhill. I mean, the foul could have been on either guy there.
So the Falcons bring Morris and Rawat in for Nagy and Dalton. Chennai with the baseline play. Here's Stanwicks firing, but short. And Purchase gets the rebound. Now Robinson. Purchase. Robinson with the save. Kushal. It's untidy for the Falcons. And Gray can't punish.
Yeah, that would have been a key one there for Chennai. They're avoiding the post threat of Dalton now, but still need to get stops.
So Robinson heading for the rim was fouled by Rathor, and now he'll head to the free throw line as Majak comes back in for Chennai, replacing Gray. So Robinson, 11 points and 10 assists. He's got 2 legs of the triple-double in, and he's got 6 rebounds. And he makes the first.
It's quite impressive, still with 16 and a half minutes still to play.
He did have a triple-double a few games ago and continues to work on a second here tonight. So far, the first and only man in Inbl Pro U-25 to have a triple-double. Here's Kiner firing. Matthew to Rathor. And Rathor hits the 3 for Chennai. Rathor cuts the gap to 12, and Robinson, as quick as you like, puts it back to 14.
Yeah, that's happening too often for Chennai's liking here. They're getting good offense, they get a good shot, and they're conceding straight away.
Here's Stanwicks. Majak. Rathor turns it over. Robinson in transition. Kushal measures the 3 and is short. Here's Robinson. Kiner with the rebound. And he is tied up. They call the jump ball. And the possession arrow no. One referee called a jump ball, another referee's called a foul.
I think my first reaction there was foul as well. There was a lot of contact with two guys going on top of the ball there.
So that foul puts the Falcons at the limit of 4 for the quarter. The Heat still only 2. And both coaches have still got 3 timeouts. In fact, it's the 5th foul of the quarter against the Falcons. So Chennai are going to shoot a pair of free throws as Keith Kiner limps to the line.
Yeah, this will be important to get the game back here if they can get some momentum, keep attacking the basket, don't settle for perimeter jump shots, let them come to you. The ones that they've shot have been wide open are a significantly higher percentage.
So we've got multiple discussions going on here on the floor. Mark Chivers is talking to one referee, Harry Morris and Rawat are talking to another, and now it's Alex Robinson's turn as Kiner prepares to shoot. And he's long on the first. Kiner hits the second. And it's a 13-point game. Robinson turns it over under pressure from Rathor. Majak driving, kicking it out. Stanwicks can't connect from the corner, and Robinson gets his 7th rebound. Morris, a nice finish at the rim.
They're just so dangerous in transition. You really have to account for everyone on every rebound or change of possession. They're very dangerous.
So the Falcons go back up by 15. Stanwicks to Majak in the corner. Morris with the rebound. Robinson guarded by Stanwicks. Kushal Singh. Rathor with the defensive play. Matthews to Kiner. Pulls up and finishes. Keith Kiner.
And the game's got a lot more physical the last couple of possessions here. The referee's allowing the players to play.
Keith Kiner playing hurt, but he's got 12 points. Here's Purchase, the shot clock at 9. To Rawat is wide open. And Kiner gets there late on the help and fouls. Second foul on Keith Kiner. So Kiner goes to the bench. And will rest. It'll be interesting to see if they try and strap him up a bit more or offer some treatment. As Rawat is short on the first free throw. And misses the second. The Falcons are 7 of 13 from the free throw line tonight as Rathor throws it away and Kushal goes the other way and is fouled by Matt Gray.
And it's good breakdown there from Rathor initially, but jumping the pass, he's put himself in a difficult position, and the turnover allows the Falcons just to get it in transition. That's the way that they're best.
It was subtly contact from Gray, but not so subtle that the referee didn't notice it. As Kushal Singh hits the first. And he gets the second. And the margin is 15. Gray driving against Rawat, pulls up and finally gets it to roll in. So the margin keeps hovering around this 13, 14, 15. And Chennai, if it is going to lose, probably wants it inside single figures, just to be sure.
Yeah, they're going to want to keep it as close as possible. Every possession is going to matter and going to count here. There's obviously still a game to play later on, which will decide head-to-heads or potential implications, but got to play what's in front of you right now.
Exactly right. And Robinson hits the first. That's why throughout the two games tonight we will be discussing margins, head-to-head tiebreakers, and right now Chennai is in a little danger depending on the result of the next game. If this margin gets too big, Chennai could end up dropping out of the top four. Anyway, let's see what happens. Stanwicks connects on the corner three for the Heat.
Yeah, every possession is going to count. Nice little breakdown there and catch and shoot threes. They're going to be higher percentage than some of the contested ones they were shooting earlier.
So the margin is 12. This is Purchase firing. And Chennai comes up with it. Looking to cut the gap to 10 or maybe 3 as Stanwicks gets to the rim, and that's a tough finish through contact by Jack Stanwicks. Now Robinson. And they call the foul on Reddy, and Robinson will shoot a pair of free throws for the Falcons.
Yeah, it looked like Falcons were trying to get a timeout in there, but again, that's how quick they play. They managed to get the ball in before coach could call the timeout.
But they have called a timeout now. We're a tick under 2.5 minutes left in the third. It's the Falcons on top, 70-60. And when we come back from the timeout, Alex Robinson will shoot a pair of free throws. Before then, though, let's head down into the Falcons timeout huddle and listen to head coach Mark Chivers.
Just remember that don't help off Stanwicks and don't help off Nye. All right, you other guys, if they make a penetration, collapse in there and build a wall in there. Next time down, let's get Kush. Which side do you like to be on? This side or that side? This side? This side? Okay. What I want to do is isolate him on one side of the floor. All right. So you come out, put Prashan, Jack, Kush. You're down there. You're there. Come out off that. All right. Come out off the turnout. Just clear out the way. Let it go one-on-one. All right. Make some space.
Go. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right. So there's the Hyderabad Falcons, and Mark Chivers is unflappable as ever. Let's head down to the floor and Ryan James.
Well, Coach Bartlett keeping it simple here for the team. Basketball is a game of runs. He's told them to stay calm, stay composed, and the game will come through on their side. They've had a good start. Let's see if they can continue with the 3 points. That's all from the sidelines.
All right. Thanks, Ryan. As
I think the referees have charged a second timeout for taking too long here.
they have, I was pausing to see if he had actually called another timeout or a technical foul, but because they took too long to come out, the referee has charged a timeout against Chennai. So let's head into the Chennai Heat timeout huddle and hear what Everard Bartlett's got to say.
Okay, so Jack will bring the ball up if Alex is, well, doesn't matter.
Alex is kind of floating.
You're not in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to put Alex on a local so he can float and help anyway. What we're going to do, Diraj, that's going to be you. No, Sijan, that's going to be you. That's going to be you. You'll start low, in, and then up. V-cut to get the open pass. We're going to get you the ball. Malot's going to get it, yeah, and then we're going to get in the post. Matt, you start up.
One possession at a time.
2 on 3, 1, 2, 3.
You take.
All right, so there's Everard Bartlett in the timeout with Chennai as we come back onto the floor with 2:28 left in the third quarter, and the Falcons on top by 10. And Alex Robinson makes it 11. Robinson now with 18 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists. As he misses the second. And Rawat, at the second chance, gets the tip in for the Falcons. That's a big play on the offensive boards by Rawat. Here's Stanwicks. Gray. Shot clock at 6 as Gray fires from deep. And Robinson comes up with it. Purchase is wide open. And he's got time to measure, but can't make it fit. Here's Majak. Now Stanwicks. Working against Kushal Singh. And Jack Stanwicks gets the roll.
He's done well 1v1 there. Not a whole lot of movement off ball, so he's able to create breakdown and hit the pull-up.
13 points for Jack Stanwicks. Here's Morris. Morris can't complete the three-point shot. Here's Gray. Purchase cleans up. Robinson back the other way for the Falcons. Still working, Robinson. Rawat. And Stanwicks with the steal. Here's Reddy. Stanwicks for 3. And Purchase will bring the ball up the floor for the Falcons. Inside the last minute of the third quarter. He goes against Gray. And the fall away won't go. Jack Purchase just struggling for offensive consistency tonight. Here's Reddy from the corner. Purchase with a rebound.
I think both teams just needing a basket here. We've got a couple of close misses, but someone needs to take control.
Stanwicks for Chennai. Now Majak. And Chennai should settle for the last shot of the quarter. Gray to Stanwicks. Guarded by Morris. Driving. Rising. And comes up short. And that'll do it. We've got 3 quarters of basketball in the books. And it's the Hyderabad Falcons 73. The Chennai Heat 62. So Chennai made an inroad into the halftime lead, but they still trail by 11 with a quarter to play. Your thoughts, Craig?
Yeah, a little bit scrappy towards the end of the quarter there. Both teams maybe showing a bit of sign of fatigue, struggling to get some good looks at the baskets. I think the next run's going to be really important. You know, if Hyderabad can get a couple of transition possessions or a couple of baskets to fall and get a bit of a lead, or if Chennai can answer and get some defensive stops and some good looks of their own, could really decide the final standings.
All right, so 73-62 for the Falcons over Chennai, and we can head down to the floor and Ryan James.
Well, Rawat and Kushal had a very good start, and that is surprising because we have not gotten Suman Satya back on the game. But Coach Jonathan said that the initial plan is to play Jack Purchase on the outside, which creates those driving lanes. That's exactly what Robinson is taking hold of. And apart from that, they want to make the opposite players uncomfortable time and again. That is what the coach has told the team to do. We are set up for an amazing fourth quarter. That's all from the sidelines.
All right, thanks, Ryan. As we check the leading scorers to this point, Alex Robinson for the Falcons has 18 points, 9 rebounds, 11 assists. So he's 1 rebound away from a triple-double. Kushal Singh has 13. Jack Purchase has got 10 points and 10 rebounds. While for Chennai, Jaideep Rathore has 14 points, 7 assists. Jack Stanwicks has 13 points. Keith Kiner, playing on one leg right now, has 12 points. And it's worth reminding everyone, Chennai is playing without Tad Dufelmeyer, their leading scorer and playmaker.
Yeah, they're also missing the 2 guys away on national team duty as well. So
let's see what Chennai can do in this 4th quarter. This is Kiner. And they turn it over on the first possession. Robinson, Morris driving. But Matthew was equal to the task on defense. And again, we'll just remind about the head-to-heads and the crucial margins. It's at 11 now. Your calculation is the magic number for Chennai is about 12.
Yep. 11, 12, 13 is going to be right there where it decides Falcons and Chennai's head-to-head.
So
and the result later on will impact it.
A nice finish by Kushal Singh. And what we're saying is Chennai can't really afford to lose by more than 13 here. Ideally, if they're going to lose by a single-digit margin. Here's Majak now for Chennai, rising and firing and hitting. Malak Majak with a long 2. Eight points for Majak. And there is an 8-second backcourt violation against Alex Robinson.
Just got to be alert at the game time, make sure we're playing at the right tempo. It's unusual because they normally play pretty quick, but
so an unusual, unnecessary and unforced turnover. It wasn't like he was under massive pressure from the defense. Anyway, Rathor, Stanwicks hits the 3 for Chennai.
Yeah, it's a big breakdown from Kushal there, diving in and not getting the ball, leaving Stanwicks open.
So the margin is now 8. Here's Singh to Morris. Morris fires. And he overcooks that, and Dalton is called for a foul on the rebounding contest as Jack Purchase gets set to check back in for Harry Morris.
I think we're talking about margins, but Chennai are also still going to be trying to win this game. Like, they know that that's definitely a semi-final spot for them. So,
and a win right now is definitely doable. They're only down 8, and there's still more than 8 minutes to play. Stanwicks working. Majak gets to the rim but can't finish. Robinson working against Rathor, and Rawat comes down with the offensive rebound and the finish.
Could be a big possession there. It looked like there was a lot of contact on the rebound. No call from the refs and an easy finish for Rawat.
Prashant Rawat has 8 points, 8 rebounds, 6 of them offensive, as Stanwicks gets to the rim for Chennai. Jack Stanwicks is certainly not letting this game go. His Purchase on the turnaround, and Jack Purchase connects. The margin back to 10.
Yeah, we're going punch for punch here. Both teams are going to be wanting to get some solid defensive stops.
Robinson called for the foul. Only the second foul on Robinson, and the second team foul this quarter for the Falcons. Going punch for Chennai though won't cut it. They need back-to-back punches. Here's Stanwicks trying to deliver one. And Kushal Singh got the rebound and then almost turned the ball over.
Yeah, that could have been a really key turnover right under the basket. Guaranteed 2 points if Kiner can pull that in.
So they've already used up 5 seconds of the 8 seconds, and Kushal Singh was alert to it and got the ball over the halfway line quickly. Here's Purchase against Matthew. Purchase can't finish under pressure, and now Kiner through gritted teeth, playing on a bad ankle. Here's Stanwicks to Matthew. Stanwicks spinning. And they're going to call that foul on Jack Purchase. First foul on Jack Purchase, so no problem for him. As Kushal Singh goes to the bench and Sumanth checks in. And when we come back from this timeout, Chennai will have the ball. The timeout is called by the Chennai Heat. And we can head down into the huddle and hear what Everard Bartlett is going to draw up for his team.
What I'm saying is, you know, when we get like that was good, actually good passes. We actually had St. John wide open for a shot. But all I'm saying is pass it and cut, because then you'll leave that big goal, big gap here. And because they're all up and in, just pass and cut. Move it, pass and cut. This out of bounds play, we're over here. Jack, I want you to throw it in. Lock, I want you here. JD, have you got Alex on you? I want you here. JD, if Alex is on you, I want you here. St. John, I want you here. Keith, here. Keith, you're going that side. Take Alex that side. St. John, back screen, get locked, see if you can get it. Might be late, but let's see if we can get it. If not, hang up. Just get it in. Get it in. You got 1, 2, 3 together.
All right, so there's Everard Bartlett, the Chennai Heat coach, with some words of wisdom for his team. They trail by 10 with about 6.5 minutes left, and this game is certainly not gone for Chennai just yet.
Now they've only got one timeout left as well, so it'll be interesting to see how the final 6.5 minutes go, with only one chance to stop the game.
Stanwicks can't finish at the rim, and Robinson comes back for the Falcons. Dalton for three. Callum Dalton trails into the three and hits it. That's a big bucket for Dalton and the Falcons. Now up by 13. Rathor. Rawat with another rebound. Robinson can't finish, and another offensive rebound for Rawat.
Yeah, that's big run for Falcons there, going 5-0 off the back of Chennai's timeout.
Rawat with 10 points, 9 rebounds, 7 offensive. Here's Kiner attacking Purchase, and Purchase is called for the foul.
It's interesting, the officials seem to be calling it a little bit tighter this quarter. We've seen a lot of hand-shaking calls, a lot of touch fouls happening.
So we've got about 5.5 minutes left in the game, and the Falcons are now at the limit. So every defensive foul on the Falcons will send Chennai to the free throw line. Chennai yet to be called for a foul this quarter. Here's Gray for the Heat. Majak fires. Robinson has just posted a triple-double. That's his 10th rebound, along with 18 points and 14 assists. Here's Robinson again, working against Majak. Rising, but not finishing. Purchase with the save. And the finish. Jack Purchase with a big play.
And what a massive save that was. Gray was almost definitely going to get 2 points there, and it's a 5-point swing in Falcons' favour.
Here's Matthew. Can't get it to go. And Sumanth comes down with it. And here's Rawat running the other way. And all of a sudden, the floodgates might be about to open.
Yeah, not having that timeout. The one that we lost earlier for Chennai, that's probably going to come back to haunt them here. They maybe wanted to stop the game now.
Robinson. And Robinson to Rawat. And suddenly, the Falcons lead by 21. And it's really in danger of getting away from Chennai.
Yeah, they're still going to have to call a timeout here, even though they've only one left.
And Matthew was called for the foul as Purchase tried to get to the basket. So both teams make some changes. Kushal Singh checks in for Sumant for the Falcons. Stanwicks goes to the bench for Chennai. They lob it up to Kushal. And now here's Robinson. Kushal gets to the rim and gets the finish. Kushal Singh.
Now, Chennai can't stop the bleeding here, and they've got to find a way to get a stop.
Here's Gray. Rathore. Fouled by Kushal Singh, and Rathore will go to the free throw line. So this is a chance to stop the bleeding, but Chennai needs the world's biggest tourniquet right now.
Yeah, 3 minutes isn't a whole lot of time left. They're going to have to take smart shots on offense that don't lead to transition going the other way and go near perfect on defense.
As he makes the first. And that's basically what happened over the last couple of minutes. They were quick shooting the ball a bit. The Falcons were getting the rebounds and running, and they've opened a 22-point lead with 3:20 left in the game. Kiner knocks it away from Dalton. Yeah, Robinson for Falcons. Here's Rathore firing. And Dalton skies for the rebound. Robinson to Dalton. And Dalton hits the three.
Yeah, the run started with his three-point shot off the back of the timeout. And
here's Rathore. Matthew firing. Dalton, Robinson.
yeah, that's not the answer for Chennai. You can see Coach Everard shaking his head there.
Robinson kicks it out to Purchase. Had a good look, but came out. Kiner now. And there's Rathore. A nice cut, a nice pass, and a nice finish.
Yeah, really good off-ball cut. You can see realised they got beat on a front cut there. Nice finish from Jaideep.
We're inside the last 2 minutes of this one. As Purchase goes down to Dalton. And they call the foul on Kiner. And after Dalton gave Kiner a close-up view of the ball, Kiner offered the ball back. So the Falcons lead this quarter 22-10. They put their foot on the throat of the Chennai Heat, and they haven't really taken it off.
Yeah, it was a lot of it coming in transition. I think Chennai didn't really get enough high-quality shots, which helped Falcons able to get out and run, and they started connecting with all of their shots.
So the score bench just making sure they've got that last foul in the books correctly. And there was a technical foul called against Chennai. So Purchase hits the technical, and now Kiner and Dalton are exchanging views, and Jack Purchase is playing peacemaker.
I think Chennai are a little bit frustrated just now. Things not been going their way this quarter.
And Keith Kiner has hit Callum Dalton, and that is just stupidity.
No, you wanted to see a replay of that. We need to see it.
So the teams have separated and Keith Kiner's gone to the locker room. So we reset here with 1:44 left in the game, and Keith Kiner was being subbed out after he and Callum Dalton had exchanged views, and it appeared that Keith Kiner simply slapped Callum Dalton on the head, and that sparked a bit of a brouhaha.
Yeah, I think the referees are going to have quite a lot to sort out here. Emotions running high, and both teams have reacted to the initial confrontation. It'll be interesting to see what they come back with. I think a lot of players left the bench as well, which is technically illegal in situations like that. So we'll see how they rule this.
The benches definitely did empty. So the referees are going to review it. And as you said, this could take a little bit of time. But with 1:45, the Hyderabad Falcons are on top 96-72, and we do get a replay now of the incident, and you'll see quite clearly what happens. So there's the exchange of views, and there's Keith Kiner with just a ridiculous reaction. Jack Purchase, Kiner again, and then Alex Robinson preparing to shape up. And quite frankly, Keith Kiner was injured early, and to his credit, he strapped up the ankle and he came back for his team. But what he has just done there is the most ridiculous thing we have seen in Inbl Pro U-25 this season, and there's absolutely no call for it. And I don't think Keith Kiner will be back for any ensuing season.
No, he's definitely getting a game ejection here. I think the referees are deliberating over the other actions that happened afterwards, seeing if there's any further punishments to be handed out.
So the one thing we can be sure of is that Kiner's gone. And I wouldn't be surprised if there may be a technical on Robinson for shaping up to Kiner. I think Jack Purchase was trying to be peacemaker of sorts, but players emptying the bench, as you said, is a no-no.
Yeah, there might be a lot of offsetting fouls here. It depends on how they rule the players leaving the bench area. I think Majak's done pretty well to almost be a peacemaker in the middle there.
As we get another little look at it from another angle, and see we see Robinson going in. I think that'll draw a technical against Robinson. Majak doing his best to keep things quiet, as is assistant coach Jonathan Goodman. So in theory, the assistant coaches and coaches are allowed on the floor when there's a fight to get the players away, but the bench players are not to cross the line. And clearly they did, in more ways than one perhaps.
Yeah, the action happens right in front of the Chennai bench as well, so obviously scenes that we don't want to see, but they're, you can see the referees taking notes here of all of the outcomes.
So the referees have got their pad and paper out, and it's going to be a lengthy roll call, shall we say, once they come back. But we can see on the floor the Hyderabad Falcons players and the Chennai Heat players are now quite amicable. And the Heat, so to speak, no pun intended, has gone out of this situation. What we wait to see is whether the Heat are going out of the playoff situation.
Yeah, we won't know that for sure until later on. I think the players themselves here, we're all staying in the same hotel together. Yep. 99% of us are getting on just fine. I think there was one action out of sorts there and everyone's reacted.
Yep. Referees are coming back.
So let's have a quick look at the table where it stands right now. And we quickly see it. It's Gujarat, then Chennai and Punjab tied, then Mumbai, Hyderabad, Delhi is out of it.
Let's get finished with the referee.
So we've got one disqualifying foul against Kiner. We've got another disqualifying foul or two. Robinson is out.
Looks like
and so is Purchase. So it appears Keith Kiner is ejected for Chennai, and it looks like Alex Robinson and Jack Purchase are ejected for Hyderabad.
Yeah, and this has massive repercussions for the semi-final matchups as well, because if I'm not mistaken, game ejections are automatic bans. That's a question more than a statement, but that would be my understanding of it.
It'll be interesting to see what rules Inbl Pro U-25 will adopt in this situation.
I think it looks like Rawat has also been disqualified.
So 3 players from the Falcons are gone. We know Kiner is gone for Chennai. And now it looks like Majak might be gone for Chennai. And there goes Malak Majak, who is a little bemused by it. And
yeah, I think I am too. I think of everything that happened there, he seemed to be the one that was trying to calm everyone down and maybe stop something worse from actually happening.
So that appears to be the end of the ejections and expulsions. It may not be the end of the matter. As you said, league officials may look into the possibility of suspensions and penalties, perhaps fines.
Most definitely.
So Dalton at the line misses.
Yeah, Alex Robinson's still in there. Probably won't be available.
As Dalton makes the second for the Falcons.
I think there should be more free throws potentially for Chennai here. They seem to get more fouls called than the Falcons did.
So after that long delay to work through the fouls, ejections, evictions and expulsions, Hyderabad Falcons coach Mark Chivers has called a timeout. And we can head down and listen to what Mark Chivers has got to say.
This is you, Kush, all right, there. Right, this is going to be you take the ball out. All right, this is going to be you, Niggy. That's going to be you there, all right? So you're coming off that screen for that. You're coming up off that double. As soon as he comes up off that double, Cal, you screen his man, push, you fade to there for a 3-point shot. You're right for that. So if it gets into this guy, that's all right, or that guy, we can move it. But you should be able to make a long pass over the top. You're right with that? To understand that? Yep. Okay, here we go. And make sure we finish off at the top. All right, here we go.
Let's go. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
MVP.
So the Falcons are back on the floor after the timeout, and they will have possession from the side. Harry Morris to inbound. 1:44 left in what has become a fiery contest. Morris fires from deep and comes up short. Gray with the rebound.
Chennai also potentially showing zone there, but we'll gloss over that.
Here's Gray. Stanwicks working against Webb. And Jack Stanwicks had 2 attempts to finish and could not get either into the bucket. Here's Webb. Nagy. Webb. Kushal turns it over. Here's Gray. Gray firing. Stanwicks now. Matthew. Rathor. Stanwicks.
Chennai need to get anything they can here. Even just 3 points can make a big difference.
Here's Morris firing for Hyderabad. Matthew with the rebound. And a foul by Webb. And that will send Moet Chauhan to the line. So as you said, with the head-to-heads and the scenario of a possible 4-way tie, a 3-way tie, every bucket still counts, even though the margin is 24.
Yeah, I think this makes the Falcons reasonably safe, depending on whether they're second or third, but I'm fairly sure we'll see them in the semi-finals from here.
So the shot clock is about 3 or 4 seconds inside the game clock, and the Falcons will have to take a final shot. Here's Nagy. Morris can't get it to go. And Matt Gray will get the last say with the driving finish. But at the end of all, it's the Hyderabad Falcons 97 over the Chennai Heat 76. And you would think the Hyderabad Falcons may have put themselves into the semi-finals. And as we check the stats and the scoring, Alex Robinson for the Falcons with a triple-double of 18 points, 10 rebounds and 17 assists. Kushal Singh had 17 points. Jack Purchase had 15 points, 12 rebounds. Prashant Rawat had 14 points, 11 rebounds. And Callum Dalton had 15 points and 6 rebounds. While for Chennai, who went into the game without Tad Dukelmeyer, they got 17 points, 9 assists from Jaideep Rathor, 18 points from Jack Stanwicks, 13 from Matt Gray, and 12 from Keith Kiner. So, as the Falcons celebrate their win, we can get ready and go down onto the floor. And here's Ryan James.
I'm joined by a veteran of Indian basketball who's currently an assistant coach of the Hyderabad Falcons, Arvind. Arvind, a very good win for your team. Congrats on the semi-final spot. Somewhere in the third quarter, the game seemed to go away from your hands. So what was the strategy at that point?
Strategy is like we missed out the last game. We missed out some things on the third quarter. We just really wanted to work on that, and it worked for us. The boys did really well, so everyone played really good.
reflecting back on the season so far, your team had a brilliant start, a few losses. Do you think those losses were actually a blessing in disguise?
I don't think so. Like, we would have won so many games. So we missed out Daga for some games. We missed Kushal. We missed Jack. So it made a difference. So it's a good comeback for us now.
All right. So thank you so much for your time. Congrats on the semi-final spot. I'm going to throw it back to Grant in the comm box.
All right. Thanks, Ryan. As we finished the first game of tonight's doubleheader, a big win for the Hyderabad Falcons, 97 over Chennai Heat, 76. And a big player for the Falcons tonight was Callum Dalton, who had 15 points and 6 rebounds, and Callum is standing by with Ryan James.
We have our game MVP joining us. Callum, congrats. How does it feel to secure a spot in the semi-finals?
Yeah, good. I mean, that's our goal when we got here, is to play finals basketball. Probably should have done a better job at getting that done earlier, but I'm just glad that we could get it done in the end.
Reflecting back on your season, how has it felt like gelling with the team, playing with the Indian players who put up a big show today?
Yeah, I was lucky. My team's been super welcoming. I didn't have a great start to the season, but they kept encouraging me, staying in my ear, and I'm starting to find my feet a little bit, which is good.
Being a player with the height, you're often given the rebounding role, but we see you getting the freedom to take a lot of three-pointers. Is that something you personally asked your coach for, or does your team allow you to do it always?
My team just allows me to do it always. They knew that I shot it before I got here, so I had the green light when I came.
All right, Callum, so congrats on the win. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to let you get back to your team.
Thank you.
And that's all from the sidelines. We're going to head back to Grant in the comm box.
So there's Callum Dalton, one of the key factors for the Hyderabad Falcons tonight, as we go to some of the highlights, and this is Keith Kiner before his expulsion tonight. And Alex Robinson, just superb with a triple-double of 18 points, 10 rebounds, 17 assists.
Yeah, he really capitalised in transition, and Chennai really struggled to contain him in that situation. And he was either getting to the rim and finishing, or kicking out, finding shooters, or dump offs to the guys under the rim. It was an excellent performance before the end of the game.
It certainly was. Alex Robinson was dialed in. Kushal Singh was also good. Majak tried to keep Chennai in the game. Chennai ended up shooting 12 of 43 on threes, and the Falcons just 7 of 26 from deep. A little uncharacteristic for them.
Yeah, the 10th game for both teams at the end of a very challenging regular season. I think everyone will be looking forward to some rest and recovery days before the semi-finals.
A big factor tonight was the rebound count. Hyderabad had 56 rebounds to Chennai's 34. If you win the rebound count by that much, you should win the basketball game.
Phenomenal performance there, particularly from Rawat, getting lots of extra opportunities on the glass, and they'll have turned a lot of them into points.
So there's Robinson with an assist to Dalton. So that's the Falcons over Chennai in the first of the doubleheader. The second game is coming up. That'll be the Punjab Warriors against the Mumbai Titans. A playoff spot on the line. We'll be back after a break. You're watching Inbl Pro U-25.